have this hack. It's not really a hack, but I basically just put a do-rag. I look like a boy, but it can be cute. Have you ever woken up in the morning and wanted to look cute, do something nice with your hair, and then you can't be bothered? Well, today I'm gonna go through 6 different hairstyles you can do with your hair that do not take a lot of time. So the first hairstyle I'm going to show you, you could wear to either a formal event or even just a party or just to go out. This hairstyle is very versatile. You can pretty much wear it anywhere. But yeah, all you're going to need to do is part our hair down the middle to the center and then part towards our ears on both sides. These partings don't even have to be straight, to be honest. Now that we have our 2 front sections, we're gonna tie the back away because we'll work on that last. Now, with these front sections, we're basically going to braid them back towards our head and leave certain hairs hanging out so they can frame our face. The hairs I tend to like to grab are the hairs right next to the parting. Then a hair further down. So on one side, I like to grab 4 hairs. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's just the 2. You can definitely switch it up. And I just do the same on the other side. Now all I do is spray the hairs down to separate them from this hair because it can get confusing sometimes. Now we're gonna start braiding, or if you can't braid, twisting these sections of your hair. If you can't twist either, then comment down below. I can make a video on that if you want. All I'm gonna do is add a tiny bit of leave-in conditioner onto this part of your hair. Again, making sure these curls stay separate. Then I just start braiding. And then you just do the same on the other side. Grab a little bit of leave-in conditioner. The good thing about this style is the braids don't actually need to look neat. Just make sure when you pull them back, they look okay and roughly quite flat, like that. And then all we're gonna do with the back is we're gonna make it as flat as we can. And once we have this, we're just gonna take it back and then grab the plaits to just blend in with the ponytail. You can either style this as a ponytail or a bun. Today I'm gonna do the bun. And now we're just gonna work with these. We're gonna just re-wet them. And we're gonna add a tiny bit of gel to each curl. And then we're gonna coil them around our finger on each curl just to give them a little bit more definition. And then my hair likes to be awkward and get really stretched out, so if this happens, you can just scrunch. But yeah, this is hairstyle number 1. Now this hairstyle's actually helped out a little bit with our next hairstyle, which is going to be a simple high bun, but it's got a little bit of a twist because of the curls. So when I do high buns, I like to make sure the surface of my head, the part where we're bringing up into the bun, that it's as flat as it can be. So with that, I'm going to go in with my Demlin brush again and just flatten the hair down as much as possible. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of gel so it can maintain the slick back look. I'm also going to go in with my bristle brush to smooth all the hair down. Then I'm just going to tie my hair up. And after that, I tend to just take any bits that are sticking out and just stick it under the bun. Possibly grip it, but if I'm feeling lazy or I'm running out of time, then I normally just don't bother. But yeah, this was the second look. It's just a cute bun. It almost looks a bit classy as well because of the curls. It's not just a basic, ordinary and normal go-to day-to-day bun. And yeah, again, very quick, very simple hairstyle. Now this third hairstyle is also going to be a bun, except no curls out. Instead, we're going to do our edges. We're still going to make sure everything is as smooth down as possible. Now we're going to go in with a toothbrush or an edge brush, whatever you may have, and obviously the gel. And we're just going to go in and find the baby hairs, because right now I have pushed all of mine back, so they're all hiding right now. And once you're happy, once you've got all your edges out, now you can double check, make sure everything's slicked back and tie your hair up. Make sure you don't forget the back of your head because it dries the easiest, meaning it's prone to get a lot more fluffier compared to the front of your head. And just suit it until you're happy with the shape. And this was hairstyle number 3. Usually if I want that extra slick look, I will grab some kind of scarf and wrap it around my head and leave it for about 10 minutes. And then once that is taken off, it's nice and flat. There's no little flyaways here. But I could easily add more gel and get rid of them as well. But yeah, this is the third hairstyle. The fourth hairstyle is one of my favorite. It's just a slick bun. I'm gonna do it from a side parting, but you can either do middle, the other side, no parting at all. I just tend to like a side parting. Now, I'm gonna make sure the sides are as flat as possible, so that requires water and gel. You're gonna see these a lot during this video. Yes, I have a side parting, but I like to enhance it by actually having some hair in front of my hairline to create this sleek part throughout the front of my head. And because I decided to get a fringe a few months ago, I can't actually just push my hair to one side and have it all fall behind my ear. So I'm going to need a few grips just to make sure this section of my hair remains stable behind my ear. But before we do that, we're just gonna make sure the rest is nice and smooth with a lot of gel. I like to just section it a little bit off from the rest of the hair just to smooth it down and make sure it stays in place. Once we've got a little bit down, we're just gonna brush this towards the front. Before we bun the rest up, I'm just gonna pay attention to this side because we need to do edges. Now what I like to do is almost push them out a little bit to then pull them back in. And if you want to be extra, you can use a comb, because when you pull them back in, you can pay extra attention to where the next edge lies. And then you can comb them back. Now we can tie the whole hair up into a low bun. Again, this could be a bun or a ponytail. Today we're just gonna do a bun. I'm just gonna pin any excess hairs that I don't want sticking out. Now, as you can see, we have a curl because we are not finished with this side of the hair yet. We're close, don't worry. If your hair is the same length or quite long at the start of your face, you won't have to do all this extra stuff. But my hair likes to be difficult sometimes. And even on difficult days, this hairstyle is still pretty quick. We're just gonna undo that to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then we're gonna reapply it. And we're just gonna comb it out again, making sure the hairs look nice and uniformed. I'm gonna grab the toothbrush, put a little bit of gel. And this is the fourth hairstyle. Just a simple slick back bun, some cute edges just to give it that little bit of edge. See what I did there? Anyway, now the next hairstyle is a little bit similar to this, but we're actually gonna do a middle parting slick back bun. So what I like to do when I make middle partings, I like to line from the tip of my nose to the middle of my eyebrows to then the middle of my head. Now that we've got that, we're just gonna tie it with a bobble into a low ponytail. Make it quite tight, just go over with your bristle brush and just smooth over any of them little baby hairs. And again, you can just twist it and then wrap it around. Add another bobble or even a grip, because I have them, and make it into a bun. I do this a little bit less. I tend to have a pony because I just feel like I look like a boy, but it can be cute. The last hairstyle is definitely the most time consuming, considering all these hairstyles have been under 5 minutes, but it's probably the best for your hair care and to make sure your hair is healthy and moisturized and that it will grow. But yeah, we're gonna do basically knotless braids but on natural hair. It's only a little bit more time consuming if you care about the partings. If you don't care, You can do this hairstyle within like 4 minutes. Like, it's very quick. To show you a bit of both, I'm only gonna care about the top partings and then just forget about the back and just guess with my fingers. So what we're gonna do is part ear to ear all the way across and separate that hair, and this is gonna be our first section. What we're gonna do is then split this back section into two. So we're just gonna go straight down, add a tiny bit of leave-in conditioner. And then just start to plait. And just braid all the way until you get to the ends of your hair. And then what I like to do is add a black hair tie on the ends of my hair. And we're just gonna repeat on the other side. This protective style is also one of my favorites because I do actually have my hair like this quite a lot, and I can keep it in for, I would say, a good week. And even when the top gets frizzy, I have this hack. It's not really a hack, but I basically just put a do-rag on top and let the braids just hang loose at the back, because that just looks cute and you can get away with it, and your hair can stay in that style for longer, so it's better for its growth. Now we're going to part again, and this next parting will just be all the way around our head. I'm just going to go in with my rat tail comb. And try and just make them symmetrical to where the parting starts on both sides of your head. And then once you've done that, you can clip away the top part. Again, I'm going to show you, but don't judge me, okay, because the partings aren't perfect. After we've tied that back, we're just gonna go in and again part down the middle at the back of your head as well as you can. Now, once you've got these two, you're gonna then split this into two. And then we're gonna tie this section back and away. And we're gonna braid this one. Now, it's so essential that you don't forget to add some kind of moisture, some kind of leave-in conditioner, oil, and then braid your hair, because your hair is going to stay in this style for a few days, so it needs to be as moisturized as possible. Okay, now with this last section, we are going to maintain that middle parting and split this into 6 boxes. Okay, so once we've got the 3 sections, we're just going to tie the middle one away and just do the same thing. You're just going to want to line up the partings together. And yep, when all the hair's braided, this is what it looks like. With your bristle brush, I've gone red. Whew, it's getting hot. Okay. Why are you even here? Okay. All right. I did not shout at my flower.